Happy morning, students. Today topic Surface Chemistry Part 3 Colloidal Solutions and Types of Colloids. In this chapter, today we are going to learn about characteristics of colloids, types of colloids, under that classification based upon state, classification based upon attraction force between adsorbate and adsorbent. Two types we have, lyophilic salts and lyophobic salts. Associated colloids based upon the nature of the adsorbent, we have, these are the categories: aerosol, hydrosol, aquasol, benzosol and alkosol. Based upon the charge, we have two different types of colloidal solutions, which are positive sol and a negative sol. Among this, you are going to learn two more topics. One is ionic surfactants and types, cleansing action of soap. So these are the topics. Now we are going to discuss one by one. So what are the characteristics of colloidal particles? We'll see distinguish features in true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. Based upon size of the colloidal particle, based upon the solute size particle, we know very well about the solution. The solution which contains two components. For example, I am taking water and I am going to add 1 spoon of sugar. Sugar dissolved in the water, you will get a solution that is called sugar solution. Sugar solution, where sugar is considered as solute and water is considered as solvent. Water is considered as solvent. So solute plus solvent is equal to solution. Solute plus solvent is equal to solution. So in this case, solute is smaller portion, solvent is the larger portion. In this case, based upon solute particle size, after dissolving of the sugar particle, you cannot see the sugar particle with your naked eye. It means that much minute level, the sugar particle will be decomposed and occupy the space between water molecule. That is called dissolving. So anyhow, here the sugar particle size is less than 1 millimicron. Less than 1 millimicron. A solution in which the solute particle size is less than 1 millimicron, such kind of solutions are known as true solutions. True solution. The sugar solution is an example for true solution. So based upon the solute size particle, solutions are of three types: true solutions, colloidal solutions and suspensions. The particle's size of the solute in the binary system in the range 1 millimicron to 1 micron, you will get colloidal solution. In colloidal solution, the solute size particle is from 1 millimicron to 1 micron. A solution in which solute particle size is in between 1 millimicron to 1 micron, such kind of solution is known as colloidal solution. If less than 1 millimicron, that is true solution. 1 millimicron to 1 micron, that is colloidal solution. More than 1 micron, you will get a suspension. So we are going to learn about the differences between true solution, colloidal solution and suspensions. A colloid is heterogeneous system in which one substance is dispersed in very fine particles in another substance is called as dispersion medium. In case of colloidal solution, instead of solute, we are giving the term is dispersed phase. Dispersed phase. And water, the name here given as dispersion medium. So dispersed phase plus dispersion medium, you will get a colloidal solution. Dispersed phase plus dispersion medium, you will get a colloidal solution. For example, milk is an example for colloidal solution. So this milk you will get by adding of liquid fat plus water. So fat is considered as here dispersed phase. A dispersed phase. And water here considered as dispersion medium. Dispersion medium. Okay, dispersed phase plus dispersion medium will form a colloidal solution, that is milk. Okay, and the same way, one more example you can explain, that is blood. Blood is also example for colloidal solution, which is formed by the albuminoid cells plus water. Albuminoid cells means many will come hemoglobin, red blood cells, white blood cells, all will come plasma. So this is the combination of two components. Water is considered as dispersed phase. This is dispersed phase dP, and this is dm, dispersion medium. The same way, you can give cloud. How the cloud will form? Water droplets plus atmospheric air. These two combinedly together, we are saying about the cloud, where this is dP and this is dm. Like that, we can give many examples. So let us see the differences one by one. What are the properties we are going to see here is, for true solution, how it will form solute plus solvent. In solute, true solution, the solute particle size is less than 1 millimicron. It is homogeneous mixture. True solution is the homogeneous mixture. We cannot separate by the filtration the solute and solvent. Sugar solution is there after dissolving of sugar. While filtering, you cannot separate sugar particles and water separately. So this is homogeneous, means uniform distribution. Sugar particles are distributed uniformly. True solution is homogeneous and not visible with any of the optical means. We cannot see with microscope also the solute particles. Does not settle down. After dissolving, the sugar particles will not settle down after 1 hour or 1 day also. Next, it is looking like a clear appearance. These are the important properties of true solution. Our topic is colloidal solution. This is formed by the combination of dispersed phase and dispersion medium, where the solute size particle is less than 1 millimicron to 1 micron. It is heterogeneous mixture. It is visible under the ultra microscope. When you see through the ultra microscope, we can observe the colloidal particles. It does not settle down, but it settles down through the centrifugation process. It is looking like turbidity. Third one, suspension. It is formed by the combination of precipitate plus medium. The precipitate size is more than 1 micron. It is heterogeneous mixture. We can see all the particles with our naked eye settled under influence of gravity. These suspended particles, precipitate particles, solute particles is settled under the influence of gravity. It is looking like opaque. So these are the important differences between true solution, colloidal solutions and suspension. Now, next topic is types of colloidal solutions. Based on state. Based on state means how many types will come? Solid in solid, solid in liquid, solid in gas of colloidal solution. And again, liquid in liquid type, liquid in gas, liquid in solid type of colloidal solution. Gas in gas, gas in liquid, gas in solid type of colloidal solution. So this is based upon state. We can classify the colloidal solution in these 9 categories. Second one, based upon interaction. In a colloidal solution, we have 2 components. Component 1 is dP, dispersed phase, and component 2 is dm, that is dispersion medium. So dispersed phase always dissolved in dispersion medium in a colloidal solution. So here the dispersed phase particles, whatever the particles are there in dispersed phase, these particles are interacting with the dispersion medium particles. If the interaction is strong, this interaction is formed by means of chemical bond that is strong, or the interaction may be formed by a weak interaction. Based upon the interaction, how much extent of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium, based upon this attraction between these two, these are 2 types. One is lyophilic salts and the second one is lyophobic salts. Lyophilic means more attraction, solvent attracting. So these dispersed phase particles are more attracted towards dispersion medium. When attraction is high, such kind of solutions are considered as lyophilic salts. Colloidal solution, another name is sol. Sol or colloidal solution, both are same meaning. So lyophilic colloidal solutions are lyophilic salts. It means here the dispersed phase particles are more attracted towards dispersion medium. When you use dispersion medium as a water, these lyophilic salts are also called as hydrophilic salts. When you use dispersion medium as a water, lyophilic salt is considered as hydrophilic salt. And lyophobic, the interaction between dispersed phase dP and dispersion medium dm is almost all less or repelling each other. Such kind of colloidal solutions are known as lyophobic colloidal solution. Weak interaction is there, lyophilic. Strong interaction is there, lyophobic. Lyophilic is strong interaction. Lyophobic means less interaction. Next one, third one, associated colloids. Another name is micelles. Associated colloid means small, minute colloids combined together. You will get a big cluster-like colloid that is considered as associated colloid, which is another name is micelle. In this chapter, types of micelles. Micelle, another name is ionic surfactants, types of micelles. And these micelles are involving in the cleaning action. So, cleansing action of soap. So, these topics we will discuss in this. Next, fourth topic, anionic surfactants. Surfactant means what I told just now, micelles only, associated colloids only. Colloid, another name is surfactants. So, if the surfactants having negative charge, which are called as anionic surfactants. See here, C17H35COO minus. So, this is stearate ion. So, where anion is formed when dissolved in water. Hence, this colloidal particle name is known as ionic surfactant, anionic surfactant, negatively charged colloidal particle. This is sodium dodecyl sulfate, C12H25SO4 minus Na plus. This also anionic surfactants. If the colloidal particle is having positive charge, which are called as cationic surfactants, CTABB means cetyl triammonium bromide and cetyl triammonium chloride. These two are example for cationic positive colloids. Then based upon the charge on dispersion medium, based on dispersion medium, we are getting another categories: aerosol, hydrosol, another name is aquasol for that, and then benzosol, alkosol. Finally, fifth one, based upon dispersed phase particles charge, positive sol and negative sol, positive colloidal solution and negative colloidal solution. So these are the different types of colloidal solutions we are going to see one by one clearly. Let's see. First one, based upon state. Here I am going to give you one tabular form with examples. Based upon physical state, dispersed phase and dispersion medium, observe clearly on this tabular form. So dispersed phase in the first column, second column dispersion medium. While adding dispersed phase plus dispersion medium, you are getting a colloidal solution, that name and example here. So solid in solid type, solid in solid. Dispersed phase in solid state, dispersion medium is solid state. So that is called as solid colloidal solution or solid sol. Example, alloys, solid metal, mix up with solid metal. So that this is the example for solid in solid type. And ruby glass, gems or precious stones, all will come under solid sols. Second one, solid in liquid type of colloidal solution. Solid in liquid type of colloidal solution. So this is example is paints and cell fluids. Plant cells are there in cell fluids, all will comes under solid in liquid type of colloidal solutions. Solid in gas, solid particles are dispersed in dispersion medium, gas. So when gas is acting as an dispersion medium, see here, when dispersed phase plus dispersion medium is equal to colloidal solution, right? So here the dispersion medium is a gas. Such kind of colloidal solutions are known as air. Gas means air, aerosol. Aerosol. When dispersion medium is, for example, water, that is hydrosol or aquasol. Hydrosol or aquasol. Isn't it? Remember that. So here aerosol, example is smoke, because solid carbon particles are dispersed in air, that is you will get a smoke and dust. Next, liquid in solid. Example, these are also another name is gels. Cheese, butter and jellies are example for liquid in solid. Liquid in liquid type of colloidal solution, we have a separate term that is called as emulsion. Example, milk and hair cream. Liquid in gas type of colloidal solution, example, liquid aerosol. Gas is a dispersion medium, that is called as aerosol. So here the fog, mist, cloud, insecticide sprays, all will comes under liquid aerosols. Gas in solid, example is pumice stone and foam rubber. Gas in liquid, example foam, froth, whipped cream, soap leather. These all will comes under gas in liquid type of colloidal solutions. These are classified based upon the different states of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Next classification, based upon nature of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Dispersed phase and dispersion medium based upon interaction. These are two types, lyophilic, lyophobic. Philic means more attraction, strong attraction between dispersed phase, dispersion medium. Phobic means a weak attraction, very, very less attraction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Lyophilic salts, another name is solvent attracting colloidal solutions. Lyophobic salts, another name is solvent repelling colloidal solutions. And third name is hydrophilic, hydrophobic. Why hydrophilic we are using means, if a dispersion medium is water, then the lipophilic and liophobic salts are termed as hydrophilic and hydrophobic. When water is used as a medium, lipophilic is term changed into hydrophilic. Here also water used as a solvent, that is dispersion medium. Liophobic is termed as hydrophobic. We'll see the differences one by one. Very important, this topic. Dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Greater affinity between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Liophobic solution. A very little affinity between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Very stable, less stable. Lipophilic colloidal solutions can easily be prepared by warming. Simply mixing and heating, you will get the lipophilic solutions. While preparing liophobic solutions, you need a special specific preparation method. It is difficult. They are reversible. Lipophilic colloidal solutions are reversible. These are irreversible. Particles are heavily solvated, but here the particles are poorly solvated. No effect on adding small amount of an electrolyte. When you add a little amount of electrolyte, any salt, ionized component, when you add into the colloidal solution, it will not affect. But when you addition of electrolyte, case participation of dispersed phase. So dispersed phase participation is